Unfreaking believable. You'd think I'd get used to all of the stamp stuff happening these days, but I don't know anymore. I really don't. I mean, I'm trying to figure all this crap down, and it's still confusing the living daylights out of me. A little after, coming close to 6, isn't it? Oh, 8 or 9 minutes before 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it's still Saturday. It's still the 19th of June, 2021. Yeah, I'm having issues, guys. Weaver, John C., Roseman, California. One time in the morning you call me zombie, and other times it's like bewilderment. I'll probably be posting some other bewildered videos out there, oddly named, but from all the things I keep listening to and people's reactions and people's interviews these days on social media, not to mention the regular media, I'm scratching my heads. CNN originally was trying to interview the son of the late Billy Graham. I should call him Reverend Graham. And Reverend Graham was trying to explain somewhat inadequately of his views of what's been happening these days, and he goes into preaching mode, proselytizing, and they allowed him to do so to a point. He's going to keep telling people that they have to believe in Jesus. They have to believe in Jesus. They have to believe in Jesus. Jesus is the only way. The only way. The only way to God. And I'm thinking to myself, no. It's not that I'm denying Jesus at this point over here. What I'm denying at this point is getting brainwashed and getting hoodwinked sometimes. And the reason why I say that is because I can't understand what the hell they're talking about these days. I see Christians going out and killing people or hurting people left and right, all for the name of their freedom, but also they think they're right and they're Christians and they're believing what God has told them to and everything else. I'm like, no, this is not what Christ wanted us to do in the first place. And no matter how many times I got a preacher trying to find different passages over here to convince people that this is the only way, this is the only way, we have to believe in this way. No, it isn't. I keep looking back at context. I keep looking back at perspective. I keep looking back at what history was supposed to be in mankind. I know how screwed up we were in the first place. I know how screwed up we still are in the first place, and second place, and third place. And already, I am so peeved at so called Christians these days that I'm like, okay, enough, guys. Pushing religion down people's throats, telling the other religions are not right, and seeing how you guys talk out the side of your necks, no, no, I don't want your religion. I don't want your form of religion. I have my own beliefs in God. I'm sticking to them. You don't like it? I have to deal with the boss man upstairs, not you. As people have tried to be explanative in their actions, trying to be definitive and concise, and sometimes they aren't. Because they have no clue what the hell's going on either. We had nut jobs out trying to force opinions down people's throats one way or another with a hell of a lot of fear and a lot of intimidation. And some of them call themselves Christians. You will believe in our religion, otherwise, you will die. One way or another, but you're going to die. We're going to get you we're going to get you saved by salvation if we have to kill you in the process. Looking at the historical records we've got these days, looking at the current historical records we got these days, and looking at what people are talking about these days, I'm like, no wonder I'm a hermit. No wonder I stay away from religion. No wonder I stay away from people, period. Because I think if I'm going to go to hell, I'm going to go to hell because I screwed up. I mean, I believe in Jesus and I try to be what I assume and what I felt and what I was taught a long time ago what being a Christian is all about. But after seeing some of the stuff people are doing these days, it's giving Christianity a bad name. And then when I have religious icons who have got the power of the media in their hands and the pulpit and the bully pulpit, yes, we have to put religion back into politics. And I'm like, no! This is the reason why our country was built the way it was in the first place, you schmuck! Always forgetting perspective and context. Oh my goodness. God forgive me. God have mercy on me soul. People in England were coming over to the colonies to form their own little conclaves and to stay the hell away from a crazy ass king at that point who was forming his own religion, digging it out of pieces of Christianity to form his own little thing, and to have it rule over everybody else. Either you believe in this way or not. And comparing it to religions we have today, as we call them extreme and fanatical at this point, I think Christianity is also extreme and fanatical. How's that grab you? Especially when I keep reading and hearing about the Crusades. We had to save people. We had to save them from themselves. Therefore, we either convert or kick their ass. You ever heard about the Spanish Inquisitions? You heard about the Crusades going over to the Middle East all the time? About 3 or 4 journeys? And then you're seeing all the stuff happening in the Middle East in your own lifetime. And it's like, what? We can't get it together. We don't get it. We're not looking. We don't care to look. We're going to keep blaming, and we're not going to accept responsibility or accountability or transparency. And I have to be accountable for my own. I have to be accountable for me. I can't be accountable for the damn world at this point over here. I'm not Christ, and I'm not taking the world upon my shoulders. No. Because I already know the world's already screwed up. They've already made their damn choice in the first place. They want to wear the damn cross while burning people's houses left and right, or killing them left and right, and say this is for your own damn good because God told me so. Because if I don't save your ass, I'm going to go to hell. You're going to go to hell too. Therefore, I must save you by killing you. Or bashing your heads enough with the Bible and say, you will believe or else. I have never seen so much utter confusion and crap going on these days. And especially coming out of the politicians who are claiming that they're all prophets at this point, one way or another, that they've read the Bible, that they're biblical, that they're holier than shit. Oh, no, 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 no. The illusions I keep hearing from different people left and right, not to mention from the religious people these days. But then again, from some of the other religious leaders are doing the same head slaps as I am, and the face palming, saying, why, God, why are we inflicted like this? Somewhere in the Bible it kept telling us that we were going to be surrounded by charlatans, we're going to be surrounded by nut jobs, we're going to be surrounded by con jobs left and right, false prophets. And we have to stick true to our own faith and ourselves. No, we're not, are we? We're really not. We are so damn confused. We're so damn lost. We don't even know what the hell we're doing anymore. To tell you the truth, I don't know what the hell we're doing anymore. I keep trying to put it into a historical context. When some of our colonies were formed, we were trying to escape England and its brutal rule concerning about our religious freedom, or their religious freedom at the time. They're wanting to believe God in a different fashion as they felt comfortable in believing, as they were taught. And they came to the colonies to have that. We had put into the Constitution, well, the ancestors did, a way to celebrate and honor religion and to worship it any way we can and have the freedom to do so without making it nationalized, without selecting one belief only. We wanted people to have a plurality. But unfortunately, these days, people keep thinking pluralities. You must believe in Christianity or else. And I'm thinking, it gets even worse than that. Because we tried to do the same damn thing for the people coming when we came overseas here, as Europeans, and tried to force it down people's throats. They already had their own beliefs and concerning about a great spirit called, well, the Great Spirit, or Yahweh. The Native Americans had their own way of worshiping nature and the spirit of the cosmos, and the forces that created us. They had their own worship belief systems. We had to force Christianity down their damn throats. We're still doing it today. Every time I keep saying the damn evangelists coming over here saying, you have to believe, you have to believe, you have to believe, this is the only way. I'm like, you're insulting every other people who's believed in their own version of God because that's how they were only able to connect with God is in their own way and fashion. And you're tossing that out? Judaism came out of Christianity, you schmuck. But you're going to toss that one out too? Islam didn't come out of Christianity or Judaism. It had its own beginnings. But still, it came out of from the biblical beginnings. Probably an offshoot to Judaism. I don't know. Probably. If it was, I hope I don't offend anybody on that one. Shows you how lack of ignorance and education I have concerning about it, and I wish I had more to understand it. I understand that worshiping God in your own way and your own religion is better than being forced all the damn time, being turned into a fanatical situation, or you're going to be turning into a country totally devout in a situation of being a nut job. Iran. Yeah, call me an infidel at this point over here. I'll probably accept it. Call me a nut job, and I already am. You're confused. You better believe it, I am, because the human nature is still one screwed up one screwed up living creature on this planet who can't get our act together, can't get our ass together, who can't understand things around them are happening the way they are, and either we accept it or we don't accept it. If we don't accept it, well, we're screwed one way or another, aren't we? But we have to believe in these kind of fashions and these mannerisms, don't we? We have to. We have no choice, do we? If we don't believe in this one guy's way, we're going to get our asses kicked. If we believe in this other guy's way, we're going to get our ass kicked by this other schmuck over here. And it happens. It happens all the damn time. Either by verbal accostations or we're going to be doing it physically. And I'm not doing it. It doesn't mean I'm throwing away my own beliefs in God or in Jesus Christ. But I am not forcing my viewpoints down people's throats. I want people to have the freedom to do so. If they felt a connection to the higher power, to whatever they call God, whatever, in whichever way they feel comfortable and understand Him, what's wrong with that? I know some people call it no, spirituality. Spirituality. And there's nothing wrong with it. Because you're connecting to something greater than yourself. But when I start hearing an evangelist on television, on a newsstand program, trying to convert as many people as he possibly can at this point over here, I'm like, wait a second here. And now we don't have religion in our country politics over here, and this is why we're so screwed up. I'm like, no. And you fail to look at history all over. And you look at the whole world screwed up. Because you're not saying it through my own eyes. And that's why I called you screwed up. You got your own way of converting people in the masses into the Borg drone. Be my guest. I'm going to be an individualist. I'm going to be the way I am. And I have to deal with the power above me, whatever that is. And I got to contend with it, especially when it's my time to go. And I'll probably get locked in something. I don't know. I may meet it again and ask that power creation maybe a lot of questions. Questions I didn't get answered down here because there's hardly any answers to hear from. Because I'm hearing people saying, well, believe in this, and believe in this, believe in this, and believe in this. I've got the answer, I've got the answer. It's like I'm seeing fast food signs popping up all over the damn road I'm traveling over here. Which is the better course, which is for the better palate and the stomach, and whether or not it's going to give you food poisoning or not. Or is it going to give you more malnutrition? Yeah. Hell of a thing, isn't it? It's a hell of a thing. I'm trying to figure out. People say they've got the answer. They've got the answer. Great. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear it. You heard me. I don't want to hear it. Papa, you got to. You got to. I don't have to. All right? I don't have to. See, I already know. And a long time ago, scared the living crap out of me. An out-of-body experience is not a thing you get over. I may not have the exact memories of it, but I have feelings over the damn thing, and it scares the hell out of me. People get a nice euphoria, and then when they come back there, it's like, oh, I want to go back, I want to back. No, I don't want to go back just yet. Scares the hell out of me. I'm afraid of living, I'm afraid of dying. How about that one? Pure fear, how about that one? And I saw someone upstairs. And they kept telling me it wasn't my fault, or actually it wasn't my time. Kept bouncing me back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm a 4-year-old kid having an open heart surgery, trying to repair some valve jobs on here in 1970. It's like a hatchet job. But they did the best they could, and I'm still alive. And I should be grateful. And I had a lifelong, massive confusion, PTSD situation ever since. I learned to regret and I learned to resent the medical establishment. So how's that screwed up in the head? And no one could help me during the time of my life. Even I had pastors trying to tell me what was beyond and what the passages are supposed to be, and that's supposed to give us comfort. I'm looking at them like, but you haven't been there. No, but I believe. You believe, but you haven't been there. And then I hear people coming out with books trying to say, I've been to the light. So did I. I'm not willing to go back again. Thank you very much. Told me it wasn't my time, not to mention it scared the living crap out of me. Thank you very much. I'm not willing to go back. I'm not willing to deal with it. But I know one thing, that the power out there is still waiting for me and still watching and still guiding me one way or another and protecting my butt. And that I do believe in it. And if Christ is actually still listening, I haven't given up on believing on him or his practices or his missions. I've given up on people over here because they want to push agendas down other people's throat at this point over here and think it's holier and sanctified. And I'm like, no, I'm not trusting your bull crap for anything. It's all bullshit. So, this is me doing a confessional at this point. I'm not a perfect Christian. I don't know what a quote unquote perfect Christian was. All they look at Christ and say, oh, he's the perfect Christian. I'm like, you dumb fucks, you don't even understand. Christianity was the belief and the teachings of Christ after he passed away. They started passing in and calling it Christianity afterwards. Not while he was alive. He was trying to tell him the teachings of God. You know, you got your words in the book of the old scriptures and the old laws. I'm here to fulfill those things. I'm here to say there's good news about the thing. And you poor schmucks keep fucking it up. I imagined that Christ had a lot of frustration inside of him and kept praying it up to God, and God's probably telling him, look, I know, that's why I sent you down here. You gotta understand, these poor dumb schmucks are not even listening. Some of them actually are, and then they'll get the message across. Yeah, but I wanted to get a lot of people at this point over here. Well, it starts small and it gradually builds. Oh, okay, a small select few. No, just as many as you can grab, and if they can actually listen, fine. Okay, but now what do I do afterwards? Well, then after you teach your stuff to them, they're going to teach the stuff that they've heard and pass it on to generations. Okay, and then what? I hate to tell you the bad news at this point over here. Oh, no, 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 no. You're not going to tell me. Yeah. Some of the ones who actually don't like you very much are going to kick your ass, and then, well, we're kicking you back upstairs. No! I'm just getting the hang of it down here. I know. And you're doing a wonderful job. Believe me, you're doing a wonderful, super job. But why are you doing this to me, Father? Because these poor dumb schmucks, they gotta learn something and they gotta understand this the right way. Now, there's gonna be a lot of offshoots out there who are gonna be pissed off at you. But some of those offshoots are still trying to reach me, and I'm still listening. And this is just one of those ways that's gotta be done. I've already got emissaries already planned up already to demonstrate a few things left and right. But you've got to be part of the main pack first. You got to show them. You got to be a showcase, my son. I'm like, I know. But I tell you one thing, I am still trying to get used to it down there. And not to mention the heat's kicking my butt over here. You couldn't send me over to warm, somewhere nice and comfortable and temperate and arid. Now, why would I want to do that? I heard those people across the waters over in North America. Oh, that continent, yeah. I'm known as the Great Spirit over there. You think I could take a little bit of a trip? Well, I don't see why not. You still got time. We can arrange a passage or two one way or another. I hear a bud coming in there. Where's that bud coming? Well, after you did your time over here and some processing's done. No, 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 you're not going to tell me. Yeah, we're going to have to. Oh, come on now. They're going to do something nasty to me. Yeah, I know. It's going to be hard as hell, but you're a tough kid you can deal with, and besides, I'm right with you. You're going to be right with me all the way, Potter? Yeah, I'm not abandoning you. It seems like you are. No, because I'm trying to set you up for a bigger trip here. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm going to put you across the cosmos. How about that? You're going to make me born again and everywhere else? Well, we're going to talk about that upstairs, aren't we? You're really going to do this to me, ain't you, Spotter? Yeah, I'm going to do this to you. It's got to be the way. When's it going to happen? Well, take a look right behind you. Oh, no, you're not kidding me. Jonas, what you doing over here? What's with the kiss on the shoulder? Oh, you had to do that to your Jonas, and here comes the troops. Oh, I'm going to remember this one. And so is the father. I'm sorry, Jesus, but the father made me do this. Yeah, he did, didn't he? And I'm going to have a talk with him about that one there, too, when we're both up there and having a conversation over this. Jesus, you're turning older. Yeah, turning into an old coot right now before your eyes, aren't they? We're going to be turning into an old cripple. I may be young and spry and my youthful body over here, but inside of me I'm an old soul there, son. I'm ageless as eternity. And I still got to deal with the father already over this thing. So you're going to watch yourself, dear Judas. Hey, what are you doing with that blaster sword in my flower? You go take the sword out, they're going to put it right in you, dude. Put that damn sword away. You're going to live by it, you're going to get killed by it. What I've been trying to tell you, you crazy kids. See, Father, this is the kind of thing I keep telling you about, but nobody ever listens to old Jesus over here. I'm losing my teeth right here. No, you're not losing your teeth. Well, I'm losing my mind. Well, you already lost it a while ago. Oh, thanks a lot, you whippersnapper. We're going to talk about that when we get a chance. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry, I just had to do that, sometimes. But that's how I look at it sometimes. I mean, I look at Jesus as an old sage in a young body, trying to teach people what's going on these days. And yeah, he probably was given abilities to help people. Don't ask me how he brought Lazarus back to life, if he actually was dead or not. People said he was dead, buried, covered alive, or covered up with something, and then brought back to life afterwards. Well, maybe he was still sleeping. Who knows? I don't know. We only go by the stories passed around from generation to generation, word of mouth to paperwork, and then paperwork being translated so many times you don't even know what's truth or not. But the kernels of it, the essence of it, is still there. But we read our stories to get an understanding what human behavior should have been, lessons of civility, how to appreciate the next person right next to us here, trying to understand where this person came from, what their viewpoints are. Either learn how to appreciate them or at least acknowledge them. And if they have a different viewpoint of worshiping God, that's one thing. If they're worshiping different gods, well then the thing with this, people get so stodgy about it because of the Ten Commandments, and God's pretty damn adamant when it comes down for He's having top billing over everybody else. But of course, other religious paperwork are saying out there, we worship God one way or another, which is the truth. Whatever we feel and hear, whatever we feel is right, and we know what's right and what's wrong. And for me, I am not pushing things down people's throat. I'm just saying what I see and observe these days. I don't want to be the one forcing stuff down people's throats. This is how you should worship. This is how you should be. This is how you should, because I said so. And I'm not being that way. I don't ever want to be that way. I know I'm imperfect every which way but loose. And every which way I'm born with or developed under. There's no way I am what God would want me to be, which is, I don't know these days. But I can tell you, I think I said too much.